This is Sebastian from the Metal Gods Meltdown. Today I'm joined by your turn.
Stefan. I am the I am the guitarist and vocalist of a Belgian band called Psychonaut. We're a post-metal band, with a new album out.
The album's absolutely amazing, and you've been getting some very, very good, stellar reviews, actually. I was recently sent your album and have been spellbound since. Can you tell us your feelings then, now it's been released?
I feel good. It was a very long waiting game, and this is the first interview I'm doing. Now it's out, the album. So yeah, it's a kind of a weight that fell down. It's good to finally be able to show this album to the rest of the world. It's been 2 or 3 years working on this, and yeah, the reviews, like you said, have been great. So very thankful for that.
Well, I've been listening to it loads. I mean, I've got a 2 to 3 hour journey on the train and that, so that's been my companion, and it's been amazing. Hopefully I'll get a review done soon. World Maker does feel like a love letter to the future and a farewell to the past, though. What truths did you bury, and what ghosts still whisper through the wrist when you play the album live?
Yeah, so far it's been really emotional, playing a lot of these songs. We just did 3 tryout shows to prepare for the big release shows, and it was, I mean, we were kind of anticipating it to be intense, but when we were playing one of these songs for the first time, I looked at Thomas, and he wasn't even singing because he was just overwhelmed with emotion. So yeah, it's been really healing almost, and in a way purifying to play these songs. But it's they're getting to us, man. But that's a good thing. I think that simply means that we succeeded in putting enough of our feelings into it. And obviously it was written in a very paradoxical time period, both the best things and the worst things happening at the same time. So experiencing that live and just being reminded of that now, a year later. It's been almost a year since my dad passed, so it's something. Yeah,
of course. And I mean, do you feel like grief sharpened your clarity, or did it blur the edges a little bit?
Well, I actually tried not to focus too much on dealing with my dad and Thomas's dad passing away when we were writing, because it was basically supposed to be an album for my son, really nice and warm and bright album. It kind of snuck in there because we couldn't really ignore it, and it was therapeutic to write this, but at the same time, I think we were still kind of realizing what was happening. We hadn't even started the grieving period yet because they were still with us at the time when we were finishing the album. So now it's a good reminder of those last months we spent together, which is equally as beautiful, I think.
So the Rhodes organ, tabla rhythms, and free jazz flourish. Are this, would you say these are sonic spells or emotional exorcisms?
Wow, I'll go with spells then. Yeah, I don't know. It's always been this fantasy of us to kind of explore what kind of instruments that are very atypical to metal that we can get away with using, and that we can use in a good way, in a way that fits our sound. And those tablas especially, I've been dreaming about that for years, and I'm really happy we actually found someone who could play them, because it's a very difficult instrument that takes years to master. So big sonic spells on this album.
Yeah, because this is actually my first interview for PR agency. And so I was so made up when they sent me through this album, and because she sent me you've got to listen to this, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this is amazing. It's not like screamo metal, it's not thrash metal, it's not death metal, really. There's a little bit there, isn't there? But it's just amazing when the growls and that, of course. So yeah, it's really great. So would you then sort of say that World Maker is a lullaby for the apocalypse or a hymn for rebirth?
It has to be the hymn for the rebirth. Yeah, I'll go with the easy route on that one. Yeah, like I said, it's supposed to, and it is an album for my son. It's a collection of life lessons as well as kind of journal of what I was feeling during the pregnancy and the first weeks of meeting him. So that's what the main thing is about. So yeah, I'll stick with that one.
Great. Origins is one of my favorites, and I really enjoy the remix as well.
The thing is, it's one of my favorites too, and I guess you could almost call the normal version a type of trance metal song, which has a lot of those influences. And one day I met this great drummer from our hometown, and we got to talking, and he was telling me that he was having a lot of fun with like remixing stuff, because he's also a ROA DJ, and he performs at like these massive raves with a lot of visuals and fluorescent decorations and all the good stuff. So I said, hey, that actually sounds pretty interesting. And I figured if we have a song that kind of sounds like that, then what if we would just ask him to go crazy on it and actually turn it into a trance song. And I love that. This is hours of work. I mean, he had all of the stems. He morphed them all in Ableton. I don't know how we did it, but that's a shitload of work. and I love the results. Amazing remix.
What are the plans for a release show? And are you going to be doing like a live stream or anything like that?
We've got 5 release shows actually coming up. We're starting off this Thursday in Berlin. Then we go to Amsterdam and Paris next week. And then we go to London, make a quick stop at Damnation Festival as well. And then finally, the last release show is in Belgium, which is in Brussels. And after that, we get ready for touring. Yeah. So next year is going to be a lot of tours as well.
With your band, is it a full-time occupation, or are you having to visit in between a normal work?
No, it's not a full-time thing, unfortunately. We all have jobs, more or less full-time, which is challenging sometimes. I also have a second band that I'm in, so combining everything is challenging sometimes. Yeah. But unfortunately, it's just not really possible at this moment to make a living from this. But who knows?
Well, hopefully, with the success of this album, you'll be able to. Yeah.
Who knows, man? Yeah.
I mean, so you've shared stages with some amazing bands, but if you could like clutch one out of the sky to go out on a worldwide tour with, who would be the ultimate band?
If we would be the support act, then I guess it will be an obvious one for me. It will be Tool. Yeah. Gojira might also be a really cool combination. That would make a bit more sense, maybe. But that would be a dream. Or maybe Porcupine Tree or Steven Wilson. I would also really love that. Yeah, I'll go with those.
How did the whole Belgian heavy metal scene help you through with this record's creation? I mean, have you had a lot of support locally where you're living in that? I mean, I know Belgium's got amazing metal scene, actually. So
yeah, it's a really cool community, and it really feels that way, even though there are a lot of bands that I love who I've never really met and haven't really talked to. It just feels like you know everyone, because we're all doing the same quest, I guess. And like, especially here in our hometown in Mechelen, we have Potamus, for instance, who is also from here, and where we have a lot of collaborations with. The singer does our artwork. Michael, the bassist, directs and edits our videos sometimes. Matthias, the drummer, sang with us on the gang vocal part on this album. So there are so many bands working together, helping each other out, and it's a pleasure to be a part of this current scene, which I guess for the past 20 years has just been going amazing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you've always danced between brutality and beauty. Where does Psychonaut feel most alive, in the collapse or the crescendo? In other words, where do you like feel more alive, when you're in the studio or playing live?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess what I enjoy most about music is writing. I love getting lost for hours and hours, just noodling away and programming stuff on my computer and just making something that I like. But at the same time, of course, when you actually bring these to life on a stage, and if the circumstances are all good and the crowd is going crazy, then yeah, there's no feeling like that, of course. But if I would have to choose, never write music again or never play live again, I'd rather not play live again, because the writing is my, I don't know, just my way of expressing myself and finding peace. And the shows are more like an intense workout where you release something. Yeah, but they're both great, of course. I mean, I'm happy to have both of them.
Of course. Talking about, you were saying about the album artwork, how important is it for you to have the album artwork done by an artist and not AI?
So far, we have not really been tempted by AI to do something like that for artwork. It's hard to predict how that's going to go. I mean, maybe in 5 years, it's going to be the standard for everything. But yeah, we've always just enjoyed working with human beings. Okay. And we can afford it to some extent because we have friends who give us a special price, let's say. So I understand if bands can't afford it, yeah, they have to do something. So that might be why a lot of bands do it. But yeah, we loved working with Sam, the singer from Potamus. Again, on this album, we tried working with some different artists this time, but it didn't really work out in the end. So we came back to the winning team, and yeah, it has to reflect the album visually. So I really like this one.
If there was like a song, like a made-up song though, about your personality, what would it be called? What would the title be?
Oh man, something like the never-ending doubting seeker, something like that. Someone who's never sure of anything, but always looking to get closer to what is true.
So, if you had to be on a 24-hour road trip with a musician, dead or alive, who would be with you for 24 hours? Mine.
Oh, 24 hours. Yeah, my hero is Jimmy Page. I assume he's a nice guy, but I guess I should take that into account, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with Jimmy Page. Yeah, he's my favorite guitarist of all time. I would love to hear some of his stories, if he remembers them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so again, I want to congratulate you on the album. Can we expect any more single video releases for the rest of the year from this album?
Hard to say. We've got some things planned. Like, we'd love to do a live session with like 3 or 4 tracks somewhere in the near future, but we're still working hard on preparing for the release shows. But I do think in December and January we should have some time to do something like that. Maybe just dig into the studio for a few days and yeah, just capture a really powerful live performance. I would really love to do that.
Can you then tell us why we should check out the album?
Well, I think it's an album that is much like a lot of the albums I've loved all my life. It's an immersive album that tells a story that I consider to be surprising and original, and yeah, it's just meant to keep your attention from beginning to the end, I guess. It's up to you to decide if we succeeded in that, but just like Pink Floyd and Porcupine Tree albums, they tell a story, and they're designed to be listened to actively with your full attention. So if that's something you are interested in, then dive in, I would say.
100%, man, 100%. It's ideal for long train journeys because you can just like get into it and just like chill, as long as no one annoys you. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's all good. All right, man. So, do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
Come see us if we are close to your city, or if we're far away. Just come over, have fun with us, and yeah, come say hi. If you see a show, definitely come have a beer with us, and we'd love to talk to all of you.